What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Thursday, everybody. Glad to be here. Good to be here. Excited to be here. Looking forward to being here. I've been looking forward to being here all day long. My volume is up too high. Hold on. My monitor is too high. There we go. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Uploading a video. Let's say hi to the YouTube Guild members. YouTube Guild members are on the decline. It's okay. Sometimes it be that way. See a penguin there in the live stream. Richard Cochran, aloha, sir. Klongan is here. Am I the only one dancing to the music in the kitchen? I dance the music in my studio. James Wester, welcome. Says good morning, everyone. Glenn Malvaso says, hey, Tunes. Glenn Malvaso is watching from Connecticut, I believe. Klongan is here. Let's see. Cynthia, I am amazing. I'm doing so well. Let's talk about this Andvari event. I wanted to talk about it the other day, but I did not get to it, and I apologize. Oh. That's weird. Andvari Basic Soulstone Heroic Nesting Doll event on Hero Wars Mobile. Now, this event is rare. It's rare like Celeste events, like Martha events. Tunes, we'll talk about that in a second, if you'd like. Talk about that in a second. As soon as this loads up. A question was posed earlier on in the influencer chat this morning. Okay. Discussing the efficacy of these dolls, right? We all know about these dolls by now. The collector tab. Right? Opening heroic dolls earns you these dolls. And the collections is over here. Wait, where is the collections? It's in your items, right? Yeah, here you go. The collections end up here, right? And you can sell these items for gold, right? And yet again, we asked the developers. We were like, hey, is there going to be, like you said that there was going to be something. You said that there was going to be something with these dolls, potentially aside from just selling them. Mr. NCSU, yeah, they're different gold values. More gold values, the rarer the doll, the more valuable the gold, right? And the community manager said, well, we're putting the whole doll thing on hold for now. So the problem is if there is some kind of bonus for collecting all of the Andvari Soulstones, and I don't know what it would be. Like what? First of all, the only way to get Andvari Soulstones is by getting lucky out of the heroic chest and also getting them during this or other hero events. Okay, Andvari's, in my opinion, a top 15 hero on Hero Wars Mobile. Absolutely incredible hero on Hero Wars Mobile, and there's no other way to get him aside from these events, or like I said, just getting lucky. So the question was asked is, since events like this, newer heroes get less often events. Like there's less Corvus and Morgan events, there's less Andvari events, there's less Amira and Zisha events. There's just less events for newer heroes. And if somehow, some way, collecting all of the Andvari dolls, all the way up to the gold tier or the orange tier or whatever, if collecting all of these dolls actually gave you some kind of benefit specific to Andvari, what could that be? I don't know. Maybe your skills cost less. Maybe your items would cost a little bit less, right? The items that you have to grind for and build, right? These items right here, like the governor's axe or whatever you want to call it, right? Maybe you need 18 instead of 20 or 15 instead of 20. So then that begs the question is like, how important is this collection thing going to end up being especially for, heroes that are very popular and have incredibly infrequent events, right? Incredibly infrequent events. Do people need to be dumping their dolls into this? Well, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't worry about it right now. It looks like they're putting the collections tab on hold based on just an enormous amount of feedback that they're not interested at all in this silly little thing. And, I like collecting things, but this is not a collecting game. Like, people that collect avatars and frames and, I don't know, different items. Like, this isn't really a game where you collect stuff. Occasionally, you'll collect a couple of things for a mini game, or, you'll unlock all the heroes. But the avatars are at, like, the bottom. They're, like, at the bottom of the buy emerald. They're, like, at the bottom of the buy emerald task. Or they're at the bottom of the spend emerald task, right? The avatars are always down at the bottom of these tasks, which the average player doesn't complete these. The average player just does not collect out. So, like, this game isn't a game of collecting. Some people like to collect. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And I wouldn't worry yourself too much about going hog wild, going bonkers, opening your dolls just so you can collect all of the Andvari or Celeste or Martha or whoever your favorite hero is. And in the future, there will be a lot of griping and complaining if, in fact, they do add some kind of tangible benefit to these dolls. But as it is right now, they're putting the whole thing on hold for now. So log in 3 times. This is a 3-day event. You have spending emeralds, and this is a 40,000 spend task. You have spend energy. This is the same as always at 8,000 energy. You have score VIP. You can get VIP from buying emeralds, buying skins, buying bundles, whatever. You get some refunded, roughly 10% emerald refunded if you buy emeralds, and you also get these dolls. And then, of course, if you open the dolls, any dolls, not just Andvari dolls, you get rewarded these collectible heroic doll, which at the moment only goes towards selling. Maybe in the future this will unlock some avatars. Who knows? Who knows? But the only way, and I cannot state this enough, I cannot emphasize this enough. The only way to get Andvari is by this event, okay? Or getting lucky out of the heroic chest. There's just no other way. Or a bundle that you can buy. Like, occasionally you'll be offered a bundle to purchase stuff. So, Easy said, when it is Dante card. Yeah. It's absolutely important. Summerfest is not tomorrow, perfection. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not tomorrow. Unless you're talking about on mobile, and then that's the case, it might be tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't seen any leaks that it's tomorrow. Nope, not tomorrow. So does anybody have anything to add about the Soulstone event for Andvari? Anything that you'd like to mention? Somehow on mobile I have Andvari at Ultimate Star. Yeah, on my main account he's a 6-star hero too. I use him a lot. I use him quite a bit. Good as a tank. Good to counter Kark, Tentacle Boy. Just a good hero all around. Good hero all around. Yeah. And I don't have any kind of leaks as far as what event comes next on Hero Wars Mobile. I don't really have much. Information at all. Got 2 more days of this. 2 more days of this. Andvari is the second tank on web. Andvari is a good tank to have. Andvari is a really good tank to have even on Hero Wars, Facebook, and web. Over on Hero Wars, Facebook, and web, I want to bring something to your attention. A warning of sorts. There is absolutely an overlap between the end of Ascension Season 2 and Summer Festival that starts next week. There is an overlap, okay? There's a 1 to 2 day overlap. So you can wait to collect the Soul Stones and the energy and all of that for Summerfest if you want. If you don't want to wait, I'm sorry, if you do want it all to go to the mailbox, then everything goes in the mailbox together, and it looks like this. It looks like this, okay? I have to collect all the rewards that go to the mailbox at once. I can't pick and choose what Ascension rewards that are unclaimed that I want to accept, okay? So why am I saying this? Well, the Great Storm is a fantastic event. Fantastic event, pet event. You have a bunch of these energy recoveries. There is a lot of people are saving these. There's a 5-day energy recovery. This one was a 1-day. This one is a 6-day. I'm saving this one for Summerfest. This one is a 3-day. Here's the 3-day right here. Oh, this is a 10-day. Whoops. This is the one that I clicked on today, I guess. Whoops. I should have saved that one. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I should have used one of the 3-day ones, not the 10-day one. So I would recommend everybody using one of these energy gain things today for 2 reasons, right? First of all, we have the Demon Doll unique event. 35 energy spent gets you one of these Demon Dolls. The Demon Dolls have fantastic rewards in them, right? Save them until Summerfest to open. And then this weekend, there is a relatively okay event, you know, pretty amazing event, but not an expensive event in the Great Storm that you'll absolutely take advantage of that energy gain, okay? So when the Great Storm goes live here in 18 minutes on web and let's see, 3 hours and 18 minutes on Facebook, you will have that energy requirement, and you might as well go ahead and use one of these energy buffs for the duration. It's just it just makes sense, because if you open them all at once when the event ends, like at the end of the Ascension Season 2, if you just save them for whatever reason, then they all get added on at once, and you'll end up having like 18 straight days of energy without being able to control when they drop. Yeah, here we go. Spend 15,000 energy. Yeah. So you need to spend 5,000 energy a day unless you get the 4th day, right? Getting one of these energy uses now would be extremely beneficial. Don't forget your go. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Talk about that in just a second. Yeah, so I would go ahead and do it. I wish that I'd put that out this morning. I was very busy today with some traveling around and some errands. Otherwise, I would have put that note out this morning. And then, of course, we had the skin release. I feel like collecting dolls is not worth it. So something that somebody asked earlier, I think it was Mr. NCSU, I think you were asking. Yeah. So some people are getting special offers over here on the right side. Some people are getting these rotating through every 4 hours now. They're going to be slowly rolling this out to everyone. Okay, they ran tests with this for a long time, and then they decided that the 4-hour offers end up being better for whatever reason. Tunes, okay, Tunes, thank you. Yeah, so if you haven't got this yet, expect it, right? I don't know how many of you buy these bundles. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are not that great. This one is not that great in my opinion. But if you follow Loadrunner's Discord, he posts all the bundles there. Yeah, this is mobile. This is a mobile thing. I do wish that I spent more time discussing these bundles. It just seems like a waste of energy because of how quickly they rotate through. And if you happen to miss one, then you miss it, right? That one was horrible. Yeah. So 4-hour bundles are coming for everyone. Guys, I would play mobile so much more. I would play mobile so much more if they had, I don't know if I like the pets in Ascension so much, but it seems like I just do. It seems like I just like them so much more. I feel like I like the events so much more on Facebook and web. But I look at mobile and I'm just like, things are so simple over here. Things are so simple and so straightforward over here. Toon says it's a double-edged sword. You get more options sooner, but if you're busy and don't have time to buy it, then you miss out. I guess probably what I should do is potentially post a list of the carousel bundles so you know like the order, so you can maybe plan for it. Maybe you can plan for it. E-Rain, I can't, I'm actually not allowed to talk about that yet. He has not shared it. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Not yet. Can't talk about it yet. Next week, I'll be able to talk about it. CCG, that's absolutely it. That's absolutely it. He says there are more parallel progression systems with pets and Ascension, so it feels like you get more progress each day, even if the end zone is further away. That's got to be exactly it. The Fabled says, please help. I was sent an email from Nexters asking about doing the interview for a award. Have you... the Fabled, they are asking people for interviews, but if it's questionable, don't do it. If you want to send me a screenshot of the email to Discord, I can tell you if it's real or not, because they are asking people for feedback. They are sending emails to people for feedback. Wally says we need a pet for physical heroes. Yeah. Jeremy Schmidt, welcome to the live stream. Plus, the big events are definitely better on browser with the maps and stuff. Yeah, very true. Very true. Guild raid warning. Hero Wars web players. You now have 13 minutes to finish your minion fights. Hero Wars web players. Did I say Guild War players? Hero Wars web players. You have 13 minutes and some change to finish all of your minion fights in the phase 1 of the Ash Guild Raid minion fighting system. I've refined my buffs, and I would be happy to discuss that with you in just a second. The buffs that I have been recommended to get, and the buffs that I guess I'm going to go ahead and recommend getting. Obviously, this is going to be different based on a lot of different factors. I think the most important factor when it comes to the buffs is being consistent and, you know, making sure you get as many as you can. If you don't have the right teams, then some of these buffs won't really matter that much. And if you're not at least getting the 140, if you're not at least starting on the 140 or 150 minion, you're going to have a hard time buying all of the necessary buffs. All right. So based on some conversations that we've had, these are the buffs that you should get every single week. Obviously, you want to buy... Here, let's start this from the top here. So the guild raid buffs that have been recommended to me and that I would recommend to others, your mileage may vary, of course, based on what teams you use and what guild you're at and what level of the game you're at. But obviously, you want to buy the 5 that you can buy with gold. 25 million gold per week. Yeah. The stellar tank resistance is always good. The big thing with Ash is defeating the defensive spheres. If you can't defeat the defensive spheres, you get nightmares. Okay? That's not a figurative thing. That's a literal thing. You get nightmares if you don't defeat the nightmare spheres. All right? I like doing Immortal Hero, right? To gain immortality for a hot second after the Planet Parade or Quasar Light is active. You get 12 seconds of invulnerability for a single hero, which is always good. Sphere Energy Unleashed. Destroying a defensive sphere gains energy, grants 30% energy to the heal that deals the final hit. Doing more energy to defensive spheres. The defensive spheres are a very frequent target to attack and kill. This is just a nice buff to have. Marksman Opportunity. A good number of marksman heroes are useful against Ash. Specifically Zhu, an incredible marksman hero. Right? Any help that you can get would be nice. Right, and if you're timing things to make sure that your marksman heroes, Zhu, and some people use Kira, Dante, Daredevil, which could potentially see some use now that we have this magic defense skin. If you can time their ults during the Planet Parade or Quasar Lights phase, they gain 20% more energy. So potentially they can use their ult again during that phase, right? Astral Shield. Pretty straightforward here. Triggers once per battle. The shield absorbs all damage from a sphere explosion in the wormhole. Okay. Healing converter. This is always good. All extra healing done to your heroes is converted into pure damage dealt to the defensive spheres. You absolutely want to be defeating those defensive spheres as quickly as possible. And then finally, Keeper's Blessing. When Osh, the Eternal Keeper, awakens, the hero that dealt the most damage before the Planet Parade began gains more stats, right? So the second round of defensive spheres dies quicker, right? So at the 150 minion level, I have more emblems left over. The Wakeful Undead and the Genius Engineers usually don't play into much. The Mage's Vigilance is okay, but this is things that affect nightmares. Insomnia affects nightmares. You don't want to get to the nightmares if you can. Right? You don't want to get to the nightmares if you can. If you get to the nightmares and you have nightmares, then your team's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. All right. Nightmare's energy. When inflicted slumber or nightmare vision is triggered, the hero that grants the nightmare gains 20% energy for damage again. Helps you kill the nightmares again. You want to try to you don't want to have nightmares. Anything to not have a nightmare, okay? All heroes on the team deal bonus damage against nightmares for each nightmare on the battlefield. This is the one that I'm probably going to buy that's extra, just because I know that some of my teams will trigger nightmares, right? Grove Keepers, I don't have any team with 3 Grove Keepers, and even then, the bonus here is not that great. Chosen by the Stars is okay, but generally speaking, there's a threshold to get to the point to stay alive, and the problem isn't staying alive. The problem is doing enough damage until you get to the 160 Osh. Once you get to the 150 and the 160 Osh, they drop the Meteor Storm on your team. That's massive physical damage. Most teams wipe to that. If you can survive the Meteor Storm, then your healers are good enough. They don't need this. Survivor's Willpower. Again, this is if you're having to fight nightmares and you don't want to have to fight nightmares. So those are the buffs that I like to choose, okay? And again, I'm going to use this Dreamer's Retaliation, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to buy Insomnia as well, just so that I can't get... Actually, let's do Mage's Vigilance. Let's do Mage's Vigilance so that we can use Orion, boost Orion a little bit. Again, I didn't give these buffs in any particular order, okay? So the ones that are the most important, I probably didn't mention first. But if you can afford all of those buffs that I mentioned, with the exception of the last 2, those are the ones that are most recommended. Okay, I haven't actually officially done a Osh buff video, so here you go. Here we go. We'll clip it out. But the healing booze will help with the overhealing, doing damage to the defensive sphere. It will. Yeah, it actually will. But that's a good point. That is a good point. That is a great point. That actually might end up being a better choice than the Dreamer's Retaliation. That's a really good point. Chosen by the Stars, probably a good choice. Probably a really good choice. Probably is a good choice. If you can survive the Meteor Shower, that is. Yeah. All right, Hero Wars web players, you now have 6.5 minutes to finish your guild raid. So we have a few minutes. Let's see, is this... No. We have a few minutes. I thought that I would... Whoops. I thought that I would recap a Guild War fight that I'm particularly excited about. So yesterday or the day before, I made a discovery of sorts, a way to use Iris in my Kark team kind of long term. And it's this lineup right here. It's this lineup right here. Using Iris with Kark and Nebula, I am able to break through just about any tough defensive lineup. And this is not an amazing accomplishment, right? It's about a 200,000 power level difference here. 660 compared to 840, right? Not an amazing accomplishment because I'm not like... This probably wouldn't work if this guy was over 900,000 or a million power level, but I'll get there. I will get there. But using Iris, and again, Kira teams are teams that I usually struggle with, but this doesn't really support the Kira too much. I would typically throw in Aurora or Leon in this lineup, but my Iris gets charged real fast by the enemy Kira, which I'm pretty happy about. There she goes. And then my Fenris blinds the Kira so I can survive a couple of hits. I use my Nebula to boost physical attack, and then I wait until the ball lands on Kark, use the ults, and there you go. Usually I have trouble with Astaroths, guys. Usually I have trouble with Astaroths, and then later on I have trouble with Astaroths plus Martha, right? But with this lineup, I'm very excited about this lineup. I'm not sure if it's very optimized or not, but in max testing that I've done, that lineup is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Again, probably not the most optimized Kark lineup. I would probably do infinitely better with Dante in Kark's position or just about any other physical damage dealer. But this is a fun lineup that I think when I don't have to worry about countering specific heroes, like, for example, in my next fight against Frederick here. Frederick was versus an ODH. So instead of doing like my really fast offensive damage build using Astaroth, Kark, Nebula, Iris, and Martha, I just subbed in Isaac that can basically solo this team, right? So, yeah, when I don't have to specifically counter a lineup, that's probably going to be the team that I'm going to go for. All right, this lineup right here. I'm still not really recommending leveling Kark to high levels, but, just charges too slow. What do you think about Kark versus Dante? Would you have built Dante given the chance? Yeah, work now. If given the chance now, then I would probably build Dante instead. For sheer efficiency's sake. So I mentioned this in the Discord earlier on, but we are in what I would call a fast energy meta, okay? And this kind of plays in a lot to the Lars health video that I popped out earlier today. Is it this one right here? Here we go. So here's an example of Raven's fight. And Raven's been, Raven's like one of the generals in our guild, and he's, he might be even here now. But we are in a fast energy gain meta where your damage dealers have to be gaining energy super fast. And the thing about Dante, especially Dante as a tank, is Dante is taking the initial hits, which means he has more chances to dodge, right? Just like Aurora or any other dodge hero does. But Dante also boosts dodge with his artifact weapon and his passive, one of his abilities. And he also reduces the enemy's main stat, which increases his allies' chance to dodge their hits, right? So Dante has built-in dodge ramp up, right? And since he's in the front or close to the front, he can charge very fast no matter what his health is. Because of the dumb way that energy works, right? A hero that has armor reduces damage, effectively getting less energy than the same exact hit that Dante dodges. So if my tank takes 100,000 damage, but reduces it to 50k, right? Then my tank gets half the energy than if that hero hits Dante with 100,000 damage and he dodges it, right? Dodge is a superior mitigation method against physical teams, right? Against physical teams. So we are in a fast energy gain meta, okay? And any hero that relies on taking damage or hitting to gain energy is unfortunately a little left behind. Now, fortunately, Kark has an ability that gains him bonus energy when he receives physical damage, but being in the second position, he's not always receiving physical damage, and he's not thick enough to tank on his own. He's not strong enough to tank on his own. If he gets a magic defense skin, that could change, potentially. But the fast charge meta is a big reason why other people love Aurora as a tank. It's a reason why people like to use the baby Arachne stun lock trick. Damage dealers with high health don't charge as fast. They just don't charge as fast. If I could go back and change it, as much as I love Kark, Game has been active for too long. That's weird. As much as I love Kark, Dante's just better in like every respect right now. And he hits harder. He hits 4 instead of 3. He knocks back. He gains energy faster. The only thing that Kark has on him is a little bit of vampirism and a little bit of stun. Right? A little bit of vampirism and a little bit of stun. We are in a fast energy gain meta. It sucks. It sucks, it sucks, it sucks. Just how it is. And they'll probably never change that. They'll probably never adjust how the energy system works. Over on Hero Wars Web, and very soon on Hero Wars Facebook, the Great Storm event is active. Don't buy any of the Great Storm treasures. It's completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Okay? The Great Storm has 2 parts to it. It has the event map. There are 2 currencies involved with the Great Storm. You have the Storm Coins, which you use in the Merchant down here in the bottom left, and you have the Action Points, which you use to fight locations on the map. All right? Now, hidden throughout the map are 6 chests that earn you Chaos Coins from 4 to 6,000 each. Okay? Hidden throughout the map. The boss has the big chest. All right? Guaranteed 20,000. Guaranteed. Where do you get the Action Points? Well, you can buy them with emeralds. Woo! 500 emeralds. Or you can complete these special tasks. Log in is going to get you some. You have Reach VIP rank 7. You have buying emeralds. This will actually just, you know, give you a 10 to 15% return on your emeralds with the Storm Spirit avatar and the frame. These 2 unique avatars were just added. Are there any other ones? Okay. You have spending emeralds for coins and action points. Defeat locations on the Great Storm map gives you the avatar and more coins. Spending energy gives you action points and coins. Using a pet summoning eggs gives you action points and coins. And then finally, opening 12 chests in adventures. That is fully completing 3 adventures, getting all 4 chests. You get 1 you get 1 portal charge every day. It's a 3-day event. As long as you're fully completing each adventure, this is not an issue at all. So the Great Storm map is pretty well solved, okay? At absolute worst, and I'm talking absolute worst, there's 2 choices for this map. Either you go for the boss, or you go for all the chests. If you go for both, you're going to have to spend a little bit of emeralds. All right, let me say that again. You are going to get enough action points just by playing the game normally, just by doing your regular day-to-day stuff, to either clear the map around enough to get enough storm resistance to fight the boss, or you're going to have enough action points to clear the map enough to find all 6 of the chests, okay? Unless you're extremely lucky and you can get both, right? You have to choose. But if you want to spend a little bit, just a little bit of emeralds, and I'm talking, I think like 1,000 emeralds. Maybe it's 3,000 emeralds. Maybe that's what you got to do. It's very little emeralds. It's very, very little emerald spent. Will guarantee you that you can not only get all 6 chests, but you'll also be able to defeat the boss. Okay? Like I said, there are ways to do it, but you have to have a very strong team built for the boss. And you have to get lucky with the location of the 6 chests, because the 6 chests are located throughout the map randomly. Okay? They're not the same for everybody. They're different from everybody. Right? Now, that being said, the pet resources are something that you can actually buy with emeralds outright. Okay, if we take a look at the merchant here, you can buy the gems for the chaos coins. You can buy the Pet Soul Chest, which is 5 soul stones of your choice, or you can buy the Storm's Legacy Chest, which has a variety of rewards. Chaos Particles is the big reward. You can also get pet potions to level up your pets. You can also get pet soul stones, pet summoning eggs, I should say. There's gold in here, there's an avatar in here, and then there's a frame in here. Okay, but once you've collected those once, you don't need to collect them again. So generally speaking, you know, you choose either the Storm Legacy chests or the Pet Soul chest, or you buy some of these items, right? But, you know, all of the stuff that you can get out of here, you can basically buy directly in the Sanctuary, okay? If you're looking for Pet Soul Stones, then you can buy Pet Summoning Eggs to the tune of about... it's about 3 soul stones per pull, and there's only 8 pets, right? So, you know, you can kind of buy, it's random, but it's not like opening the heroic chest where there's 55 heroes. So if you're trying to absolute star pet, you could spend emeralds directly on this. The Chaos Particles, you can absolutely spend emeralds at a rate of 7 emeralds per 1 Chaos Particle. Okay, 7 emeralds per 1 Chaos. You can see it takes 125 Chaos Particles to rank this up 1. 125 times 7 is 875. Okay, so you can directly buy with emeralds this stuff. And why am I saying this? While this is a fantastic event, great event for pets, you can get a large amount of pet resources with relatively little input. That's just the thing. For relatively little input, you can get a ton of rewards, okay? The main task to spend money on buying emeralds is just going to refund you a little bit of emeralds, which this is a very common task on a lot of events. And then spending emeralds doesn't reward you pet resources directly. This is an important point, guys. The spending emerald task rewards you with currency to buy random stuff, okay? If this rewarded you directly, Chaos Particles or pet eggs or what have you, this would actually be a higher value spend of your emeralds. But since you can completely finish the map with very little emerald spend, this is a low emerald spend event for me. Some people will say spend extra to get more coins so that you can buy more of the Pet Soul Stone chests or the Storm Legacy chests. And while they're absolutely not wrong, it is much better to save your emeralds and your extra energy for Summer Festival next week. Scud Duck, I like outline chests personally. John Knox says, I go for all the chests, and the boss I spend about 3,000 to 4,000 emeralds to go all the way around. Perfect. 5 to 10k drops to spend emeralds on this event. I wouldn't even spend 5,000. Unless you spend that much every day anyway. And let's be clear, just for the sake of transparency, just so that you guys know. I didn't mean to click on that. Just so that you guys know, this must have reset. Because I've definitely spent emeralds today. I usually spend about 1,300 emeralds every day. I usually buy energy up to the 150, and I usually buy all of the 90 emerald chests every single day. I usually spend about 1,200, 1,300 emeralds every day, right? So for me, I'll spend about 3,600 emeralds over the weekend anyway, just on my regular day-to-day play. Yeah. Hey, I'm Jake. We actually discussed that at the top of the video, top of the live stream. I know what I can show you. I can show you my... well, you guys can just take my word for it. I've contributed about 2,300 energy, 2,300 activity today. Yeah. Right. Don't go crazy on this event. Pet events are amazing, but a better event to spend emeralds on would have rewards that are random, right? That you can't buy directly with emeralds. Spending emeralds on the Summer Fest. Actually, let's do this. Summer Festival Hero Wars. Here we go. Spending emeralds to get more summer coins so you can specifically buy items that you need, right? Without having to randomly spend resources, right? I can make an Ace in the Hole. I can make a Unity of Extremes. I can make an Oppressor's Crown or an Evil Genius Cuirass. I can make all of those items, but it'll take a long time. It'll take a lot of energy, and it's random. The drop rate of items is like 15% or something like that. So, yeah. Each Thursday at 8 p.m. Oh, I didn't realize that, October Bright Sunny. I did not know that. The Iris video? Yes. It'll be Mike, it'll be similar, but it'll be slightly different. Similar but slightly different. I got something funny to show you, actually. Hold on. I got something funny to show you. I don't know if this has been shown publicly or not, but the devs gave us this to share if we wanted to share. This is the Iris skill post that they're going to share later on this weekend. Sunny, not yet. I don't know yet. Sometime this fall, but I don't know specifically when. That's what they told me. Later on this year. Yeah. I think this has been shared around a little bit. Right? But kind of funny. Kind of funny. I thought it was cute. So, I actually want to mention this. One thing that I am doing during the Great Storm, actually I got to show you on here. One thing that I'm doing during the Great Storm is I'm going to buy, here we go. This buy emeralds task, 2,500. So I'm going to buy during the Great Storm. I'm going to buy the gold ticket as a gift. A couple of my guildmates reached out today saying that they're still looking to get the gift. So they're going to send me money and I'm going to buy them the golden ticket. Now, this doesn't specifically come with emeralds. I thought it did. For some reason, I thought it came with 2,500 emeralds. Don't listen to me. Maybe it's this. Is it the buy levels? That's what came with 3,000. Okay, never mind. These are great values, though. By the way, these Ascension boxes. These are really the Ascension Season XP and the Ascension boxes are really good value. By the way, yeah. Answering the title, Daredevil sucks. Does anybody in our guild have Daredevil and Elmir leveled up, or even Daredevil and Elmir? Let's talk about Daredevil a little bit. Ig does? I figured Ig did. So, area of effect damage, right? And pure damage. We got a stun. And an attack and movement speed decrease. We got this frontline physical attack plus pure damage. I wonder if this has to hit. I wonder if an enemy Dante dodges this, do they still get the burn damage? Curious. And then ignoring a portion of the enemy's armor. This is like a poor man's armor penetration skin. So I believe that the new skin that she's getting is actually amazing and will make her completely not care about Helios at all. But the problem is like, is that enough? Is that enough? Like, to use Daredevil, is that enough? So Coco from Hero War Secrets put out a video a little while ago. An Elmir Daredevil team. I don't know if you guys remember, I shared that. It was like Elmir, Daredevil, Nebula, Jorgen, Martha, I think. Maybe Dorian. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'll have to go rewatch the video. Anyway, did great things, but was super weak to Helios. And I think that lineup or something like it could be very interesting and could end up being a fun counter to a lot of the Helios teams. I'm sorry, Helios teams. A lot of the Iris teams, right? But the problem is, again, if it's a Dante Iris team, Dante is stacked. He's stacked the artifact buff, the dodge artifact buff 2 or 3 times. And he's also thrown Foresight on his allies. And he's also, Shackle of Weakness the enemy Daredevil also. So it's just like, I don't know. Dante's prevalence is really limited has really limited the design space. Quite a bit. I'd like to see some changes. We'll never see some changes. Guess it has been posted? Okay. Elmir with Morgan annoys the enemy with clones. Okay. I can see a stronger Elmir being a sort of Dante counter, but Daredevil needs a complete rework. I ignore her for everything. Anytime I see her in a line, I prepare the fight like she isn't there. Andvari, Elmir, Kira team. Okay. Daredevil, Isaac, and Sebastian in a team with Martha or Jet, and I would solid tank like Astaroth or Cleaver. That team would be destructive. Okay. I think Misty Catherine had a video explaining why she hadn't summoned Elmir yet. Not sure who likes Elmir. I don't know who that is. That's fine. Elmir is one of the heroes that I really liked in the beginning. I love the look of him, and he has one of the best looking skins in the game. This one and this one, great skins. I would love an Elmir team. I would love to have an Elmir team. I don't really know what to do with them. Elmir is a counter to Dante? Only if he mirages before he ults. See, the reason why I don't believe you, DK, the reason why I disagree is because Dante is going to force him to ult before he uses Mirage, right? And if he mirages after he ults, then Dante's just going to clear out your front line completely. But usually, unless Elmir dodges like crazy, and even then, if he dodges all of the first hits, then he's going to ult fast anyway. If he clones while he's standing up front, I can see where it'd be a good counter. I can see that. Man, that is such a cool skin, though. Another life, maybe. I call Elmir Naruto. It's probably stolen from that. Maybe he'll get a rework. So much of his ability is tied up in these dodge shadows, though. Mirages. The only known counter to Dante is me, as my Dante. Sucks. Iris counters him. Iris counters Elmir? Iris counters Dante. Yeah, Iris definitely counters Dante. Yeah. All right. Good enough. I think we touched on all the major topics. I think we've touched on everything. Kind of wish Elmir was better. You want him to tank, but then again, you don't want him to tank. Maybe you do like Elmir Morgan. Like Elmir Morgan and a Morgan that can tank really well. That'd be an interesting lineup. Double armor penetration. I don't know. Live stream tomorrow is at 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 5 p.m. UTC. Hopefully we have some fun news to talk about. Elmir Leon? Maybe. Maybe. Possible. Elmir Morgan, Phobos, Helios, and Thea. Interesting. E-Rain, I actually can't comment on that either. I can't comment on that either. I don't really agree with her. I mean, Amira is basically the same story. You know, a bad person turned good. It's fine. It's fine. Eventually they'll retool the Great Storm event. Or they won't. Or they won't. But neither of us know either way. Neither of us know either way. So I hope to see all of you here in tomorrow's live stream. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Good show. A lot more people here on a Thursday evening than usual. So thank you for all that. I will talk to you a little bit later. Love you all. Good luck in Dominion.